Welcome to the Bourbon Life Podcast, your source for all things bourbon. Join your hosts, Mark and Matt, as they drink and review bourbons, share news about upcoming events, interview the who's who in the bourbon world, and, most importantly, bring you along for the fun of living the bourbon life. Now, here's your hosts, Mark and Matt.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight, live in the Bourbon Life Studios, otherwise known as my basement, it is my good friend, Matt. Matt, how you doing, man?
Mark, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Great. We are live, man. We have live guests in the studio with us around the flights of the round table, rectangular table, man. We're just going to have a good show tonight. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, we're finally, we're dug out of the snow somewhat here. I'm able to leave the house. It's like, little mini pandemic lockdown is over. Everybody's back out again. We're doing another live show.
That's right. Our guest didn't die trying to get into my driveway and into my house, thank goodness.
Yeah, so that's your front steps, which look like a scene out of Home Alone.
Yeah, I know, Matt. I've done my best.
It was kind of touch and go there for a second, walking up the steps, not going to lie.
I'm old, and it's hard for me to get out and do that work. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Well, I'm clumsy. So.
Well, we've got a great show lined up here, and I do want to thank all of our sponsors, so thank them for everything they do. And of course, thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. We really appreciate that. Matt, with that said, do you want to tell everybody who we have with us tonight?
I'd love to. We are headed down to Cumberland County this evening, this morning, this afternoon, whenever it is y'all are getting your Bourbon Life podcast on. And we are talking with the folks over at Southern Kentucky Distillery. We've got Junior Cecil, the co-founder and owner, and also brand ambassador extraordinaire, April Catron. Catron, right?
Catron.
Catron. Sorry.
It's
close enough. April Catron.
It's all right. I'll answer.
But we've got him here on the podcast, and we're so looking forward to everything we've got going.
Absolutely. Welcome on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. We've had a great time getting here. And then
Oh, yeah. Like, I got to run through Chick-fil-A drive-thru, so it's a good day.
That's a good day, right?
It is.
You don't have Chick-fil-A down in Cumberland County, I'm guessing.
We definitely do not.
We do not.
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you got that experience. I know you got some shopping in a little bit earlier, too, from what I hear.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit?
Yeah,
Well,
a
that's
little
good.
bit.
Well, April, you and I had the chance to meet last month at Bourbon Con.
We did,
and you were out
yes.
there working, representing the brand, and had some great pours, and then we connected through Facebook. So yeah, we were able to set this up. So we appreciate that very much. It's great to have you guys here, and thanks for taking the drive. What was it? You said 2 hours?
Yeah, it's a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, we're excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. I'm happy you made it safely too.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a long drive. So now, Matt, we got to do a hell of a show.
That's a long drive to put up with, have to get here, and then this is what you get.
Oh, my
gosh, God, 2 hours to regret the 2 hours that you spent driving here.
No, we're excited. We've watched some of your podcasts, and so we know that you guys have a lot of good people, good quality folks here that come, and you guys have a lot of good knowledge about bourbon. And so
we appreciate
it's always
that.
good to, and why not have the podcast in the middle of bourbon country right here in Lexington? So it's cool.
I mean, that's the thought, and we were talking about that a little bit before we started. You know, I mean, that's really the goal, is to get great guests on, kind of be that conduit where they can share their story, who they are, what they're doing, because we really want people around the world, because, I mean, we get downloaded around the world, which is incredible to think that, but it's an opportunity for us to kind of help you guys, you know, get your name out, get your brand out there. And that's really what we're here for. I mean, we don't do it for fame and fortune, because there's no fame or fortune that goes along with podcasting, but we just enjoy doing this, man. So we appreciate it very much.
But when knowledgeable people do things, and especially to help others, because it's not just us, you'll help everybody that comes. People get an opportunity to see, and they're online, and you know, like you say that from your basement, and you're here in Lexington. Well, where our distillery's at in Burkesville, Kentucky, in Cumberland County, it's the same thing. We're so far away from a lot of people. Unless they have a reason to come through, they won't know about us unless somebody tells them about us.
Yeah, well, good. We're happy to help spread the word and get that out to everybody. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to drink through tonight.
Yeah,
this is going to be just awful.
Spreading the word. Let's do it.
Well, let's talk about what we got. So one of you two, whoever wants to talk about the first one, whatever we have poured up here.
So I don't care to. Turby's a Cherrywood bourbon.
Matt's got the bottle. Hold that up there.
Matt's got the bottle.
Everybody sees. Yeah.
All right, cool. So this came about a friend of ours, Dad, and for 52 years he made his own stuff in his basement, in his garage,
All right.
and he He never sold it. He and his buddies would enjoy it. And so they would take, and then he would make it, and they made about 3 quarts at a time. It's a real small still. And then he would drink it. Well, after Mr. Turbyville passed, his son Joe had come to the distillery and said, would you be willing to do something to honor my dad? And so how are you going to say no to that?
Yeah.
So
right.
I done the standard answer I tell everybody, let me ask my partners and we'll talk about it, which I already knew in my mind, oh, yeah, we're going to do that. But I still wanted to ask them just to make sure it was okay.
Yeah.
And so that's how we started. He told us how he done his bourbon. He had add cherry sticks to it.
Oh,
and
okay.
he added multiple sticks to it until he figured out cherry he thought was the best.
Okay.
And so we took some barrels and started playing.
Okay.
That's the fun part of being a small craft distillery. You can do those things.
Right.
And now we're like, okay, so let's do it. So we had to get different numbers of sticks and put in barrels, and then different amounts of time. It took us a little while to figure it out. The gentleman in Minnesota helped us with the wood. Very smart man. He's probably forgot more about wood than I'll ever know. And I was calling him. I said, this is not working. He goes, what do you mean it's not working? I'm like, it's not tasting like cherry. He goes, like cherry? I said, yeah. He's like, cherry Coke? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm expecting a cherry. He goes, son, it's never going to taste like cherry Coke. It's just going to taste like it's older than it is. The cherry's going to help mellow out the wood. It's like another filter in your barrel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, and I'll tell you why. Because when I had this what's the proof on this? 90?
90. So we chose 90 proof on our first bourbon release, and we actually may do it on all of them because they're in Cumberland County where we're at. We're on Highway 90.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why we went with 90. Everybody, I mean, a lot of people do the ball in the bond, and there's nothing wrong with ball in the bond. I think it's great. But it just really tied it back to our area where we are on the Highway 90, and it's easy to tell that story for people to remember.
That makes a lot of sense. And I know, can we talk about the age?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the age on this?
So it's 2 years old.
Okay.
And so,
because that was the thing, and I'm making my notes, when I was at Bourbon Con, and
that was one of the things
he told me that, I was like, what?
Well, I'll let you taste it first.
Right,
and then
I did.
You're like, you're trying to trick. I was like, no, not at all.
So that's going back to what you're talking about, the cherrywood mellowing out.
So most of the people at the Bourbon Con would either guess 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
And so it makes us feel good that and don't get me wrong, there's been a lot of time and a lot of love that's went into trying to make sure it's smooth and it tastes good. And
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Matt, what do you pick up on the nose on this one?
It's definitely noses older than 2-year-old bourbon.
Absolutely,
for sure.
doesn't it?
It's got a really good, round, mature nose to it. There's a lot of good barrel influence. The oak comes through. I think that cherrywood comes through in other ways too. It just brings another sort of like a wood layering to the nose on it. There's nice caramel, vanilla, kind of like a long, like taffy, like sort of like a confectioner's sugar kind of note to it, like a confectioner's candy in there as well. Just really nice, really pleasant, really balanced. Certainly a lot richer and bolder than 2 years would suggest. I really like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I get a lot of cherry Coke. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I get.
But I do get that sweetness like Matt was talking about. That was the first thing that really struck me. But it has that mature bourbon. So yeah, when she told me 2 years, I'm like, there's no way this has got to be at least 6 years old or more.
Thank you. We appreciate that. And we don't tell people the age until they try it.
Right.
And I say, just guess.
Yeah.
Because I've not had anyone yet to say 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, because when you think 2 years, you think grain forward, you think you're going to pick up all that. And there's nothing wrong with grain forward.
No.
There's nothing wrong with,
I agree.
with corn. I mean, that's what bourbon is, 51% corn at least, right? So there's nothing wrong with that, and it provides that sweetness. But this combination of flavors, like Matt said, you get the oak, but then that cherrywood just adds that other dimension of wood flavoring to it that makes it richer, makes it a fuller nose. Very impressive. April, what about you? What do you think?
It tastes good.
I like it.
I am newer to the bourbon tasting,
Sure.
so I prefer more of the sweeter things that we make at the distillery.
Yeah.
I do enjoy our bourbon.
Yeah.
As we've said, a lot of love, a lot of work
Sure.
has went into it. And even if you're not a bourbon drinker, you can appreciate the work and
Sure.
the craft that goes into it.
Absolutely. But it is sweet on the nose.
It
Do you
is.
agree with that?
Yes, it is.
Junior, what about you? Any other notes that stand out?
And so as we would age it, and we'd pull samples sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes every month, and then to see how much smoother it gets over a few months. You'd be surprised what 3 months will do. When you think it's getting pretty good, then what 3 more months will do, and then what another month will do, and
Yeah.
it changes that complexity of what it tastes like, and
Yeah.
and of course how it smells.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part, I think, sometimes.
That's a beautiful testament to the Kentucky climate. Like
Yes, absolutely.
just the maturation that you can get in the warmer months, or where it's located in a warehouse, if it's particularly drier, if you're getting a good breeze through one corner, if it's on a south-facing wall, just all the different
Variables that-
layers that really come into aging in the barrel. And like you're saying, Junior, just a matter of a month, weeks, in fact, can really change something dramatically.
And we are located, we call it the trifecta. We're between Del Hollow Lake, Lake Cumberland, and the Cumberland River. And so we have very heavy fogs,
Okay.
which
yeah.
I think really does matter.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets really, really hot,
Yeah.
like it should. So, but you have enough moisture, and two of our rick barns are right by a creek. And I really think that matters.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how just yet, but I can know that some of the things we do in other places, that seems to be a little better. Let's call it smoother.
Yeah.
Around the water. And I'm not sure exactly why yet, but I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, I know there's a really big distillery that's over in Frankfort that's on a river, and
Yeah.
they get a lot of fog in their warehouses. And I know that.
And they got some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, exactly
So-
right. And it does. And their old warehouse manager, gosh, I can't remember his name now, but he always talked about the fact that, in his opinion, that fog that came through and got into the warehouses, that it actually made a difference a big difference in the maturation on some of those barrels. So
That makes me feel better. For a while, I thought I might be crazy.
you're not crazy.
So good.
No, you've got great support from a pretty big name. So let's talk about you guys. That's what we like to do here on the show before we jump into the brand in the second round. But let's talk about you guys and who you are and your background. April, I'll start with you.
I'm just excited to be here. I'm April, born and raised in Albany, Kentucky. Fun fact, we are actually still a dry county.
Are you really?
We are. We are one of the last
Wait,
dry
what county
counties.
is Albany?
Clinton County.
It is Clinton. Okay.
It
All
is.
right. Gotcha.
Yes, Clinton
Wow.
County.
Okay.
So I think we're right in the Bible Belt, so to speak.
Yeah.
But,
So how'd you end up working here for Southern
well, I
Kentucky?
mean, I've known Junior pretty much all my life. He was a 4-H agent, and I worked in the school system.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually going to be graduating with my bachelor's in the spring for education, and
Congratulations.
thank you.
Absolutely.
She's not
And-
going back to it, though.
Yeah, he's like, no,
I
no.
was going to say, which career are you pursuing here? Let's get this on record here.
I know. Well, I'm pretty well rounded. I have sold insurance. I'm an insurance agent in Kentucky.
Are you really?
Yes. So I've done that. I used to cheer coach,
Yeah.
Zumba instructor. I mean, you name it. I mean, you know. So now I'm making liquor, slinging liquor.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
You are a Jill of all trades, we would
that's
say, right?
exactly, yes. I mean, you might catch me doing a tasting or working the bottling line. I might be
So you
behind the bar.
You do a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
different things down there. That's
oh,
awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's how
great.
I started. Junior, they needed some people to help hand label the bottles
Oh, yeah. Okay.
before they opened. So that's where I started.
And one thing led to another.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Now you're brand ambassador. That's
Exactly.
really cool.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
what would, in terms of being a brand ambassador, can you talk a little bit about that for people out there that wonder what it is that you get to do in that role?
Junior will say that I'm the face of SKD. I kind of, I don't know if I agree with that or not.
Well, there's a lot of pictures of you on the website.
There are,
so.
yes. And I even got on the, like the Bourbon Trail, you know, and if you go to the Bourbon Trail and you click on our distillery, it's me. And I'm like, how does that even happen?
Because you're the face of SKD.
Exactly. And the Moonshine Trail, they created a billboard.
Yeah.
And I did not even know that they put me on a billboard. One of my friends calls me and she said, I just seen your whole face on a billboard. I said, no, you didn't. She's like, oh, I saw your whole face. I know that face.
You're going to have to get a new agent because you deserve some royalties or something from the Moonshine Trail for that.
That's what
I mean,
I'm
come
saying.
on, right?
Yes.
We need to have a conversation off camera about that.
Yes, you
only
got me.
20% of your earnings I'll be happy to
Yes.
help, right? So,
Well,
no,
20% of 20% or 0%.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's great. I mean, you've obviously had a great background pursuing school, obviously, but now doing something that you seem to obviously enjoy. And that was something
do,
at
very
Bourbon
much
Con.
so.
You were I mean, there were a lot of booths there, but you were one of the most personable people there.
Thank you.
So it was fun to hang out and get to learn more about you guys while we were there. So you're very good at what you're doing. So
Well, I love to talk, so I think that I'm probably in the right
Yeah.
place.
I gotcha.
I like to meet new people, new experiences, and it's really got me out from under Big Rock.
I got you. Well, that's good.
Clinton County. So, yes.
So Matt, before we get to you, Junior, let's jump back to this whiskey because we got another one to go through as well. So let's talk about the palate and the finish. Matt, what do you pick up on that?
Oh, I thought we were going to jump over to the nose on the other one. Go ahead. I haven't sipped yet.
I mean, again, that sweetness comes through. It's crazy to me, again, that this is 2 years old because it does not drink like 2 years old. I do get that sweetness that comes through. I do actually get some cherry on this. I get like a cinnamon flavor as well. Like I don't know
I
if
hear that a lot.
Yeah. So if it's from the barrel or the mash, this is a wheated though, right?
It's wheat.
Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of cinnamon that comes through, which I enjoy on a bourbon. But again, it just to me drinks so much older than a 2-year-old bourbon. So very, very crazy. All right, Matt.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one, Mark. There's definitely that note of the cinnamon is strong on the finish. I think it starts mid palate is kind of like a black peppercorn, leading to that stronger cinnamon finish. I get nice, just like warm toasted bread kind of flavor right up front. There's that sweetness you were talking about, a little bit doughy, kind of like a nice yeasty like flavor up front. That's really nice, really lovely, kind of buttery on the palate as well before it leads into that peppery, long cinnamon, warm finish.
Yeah, it is. It does linger on the palate.
Yeah.
I mean, for 90 proof, I'm really surprised.
For 90 proof, I think this punches above that.
Absolutely. So, Junior, what about you in terms of palate and finish? Anything else on that?
No,
stands
you guys covered it very well. I told you earlier, like I don't pride myself on my
No,
palate.
that's fine.
I really don't.
Absolutely.
I think that it's. I love it when people can pull stuff out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why don't I do that? Like I just think there's some people the Lord's blessed with a good mouth, and when you can understand what is what.
Sure.
And I'm not saying I don't understand what's good. I'm just saying I know when things are good and not good, but I can't. I watch some of y'all when y'all talking about different. I'm like, I really want to try what they're drinking to see if I can do that.
I know, and whenever like he's, speaking of what he pulls, I'm like, okay, do I, and I try to compare, what I taste and,
Matt's very, very good. He was one of those guys that's definitely blessed with an incredible palate. Plus his work background. I mean, he's been
fortunate enough to work in a lot of restaurants, a lot of cooking, and had access to a lot of different ingredients, and was encouraged to play around with things. So I got to taste a lot of different ingredients, a lot of different spices, and herbs, and
That's
just
pretty cool.
learn how they taste.
He has a
they
great
work.
memory bank for flavors and profiles. So when he tastes something, it's I don't want to say it's easy, but it's easier for him than most people just because he has that knowledge base where he can be like, oh yeah, this reminds me of this spice or this food or whatever.
Well, I will say it's impressive.
It
I think
is.
It's very impressive.
And not only that, like
It's just BS.
whenever you have that, you're like, well, this would go with this and this not.
Oh man.
Whatever it is, you do it well.
Yeah.
What
can I
did
say?
you say, Matt?
If you say it
with
confidently
confidence,
enough,
They believe it.
everybody's
That-
going to
yes.
believe it, right?
yeah. It's like
Yes.
Was
you
there
walk
anything
around
on-
with a clipboard and nobody questions what you're doing.
But then
right?
that's when you put the glasses on
Yeah.
and you're like in deep thought, and then you just kind of,
Yeah. Was there anything in terms of palate for you that stands out or anything?
It's just warm and rich.
Yeah.
That's what we
I
like to
agree.
say, the Kentucky hug.
Absolutely. Get a
Yes.
nice hug on this. And again, that finish really continues and it's very nice. So now we're going to move on. We've got the Turby. Well, I'll let April, you want to tell us what we got the second pour in this round?
Yes, our Turbys. This
Turby,
is
sorry.
our cask, and it is 106 proof. This is straight out the barrel,
Okay.
and I just think that's neat.
Absolutely.
And to be there and to watch them empty the barrels, and it's just a neat experience.
Well, it's funny because just sitting at the end of the table and seeing the two bottles down there, you can see the color difference
Oh, definitely.
between the two. I mean, it's only 16
Yes.
proof points, but you can still see.
If you wanted to hold both.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, can you come on,
geez,
man?
come
What
on,
are you
Matt.
doing?
What are you doing
waiting.
with yourself here?
Just keep him in line because I can't
real.
from down here.
That's why you put me next to him.
I did exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly
I
right.
need my whip. It's like,
Yeah, no
I've
kidding.
I got a stick under the table. You can just get at.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Don't
yes.
tell her that, she'll be hitting you. For sure.
I mean, you're
My
gonna be
legs are long.
You're gonna
so
be
I
a
can
teacher.
just-
You got to get used to.
That's
I'll
right.
break out my teacher voice. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
that's right.
So this Turby's, this is same wheated mash bill,
Same wheated mash bill.
same everything, same barrels and everything.
Everything same.
It's
Yep.
just you're pulling this now.
Yep.
106 and saying that's cask strength.
Okay.
Let's
I'm glad
talk
you-
about that
I was-
because that
it's-
means you
yes.
guys, I'm assuming, must have a pretty low
We
entry
do.
proof.
We do. So our entry proof's 111.
Okay.
Okay.
We know 125 is where we can go by
Right.
law, but we decided that some of the things we drank other people had seemed to be a little better years later if they went into the barrel at a lower proof.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. That's just kind of what we thought we came up with. I always tell people that bourbon is an industry that I don't think you make a mistake. I just think you have different outcomes. Because bourbon is really can be done a lot of different ways, and it still turns out good.
Yeah.
But we chose 111 because when we were kids to get alcohol, we had to go to Highway 111 over in Birdstown, Tennessee.
Coming from a dry county, you had to go to the state line.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So
I get it.
that's how we were going to shoot at 110. Is what we were thinking.
Yeah.
And then we came up with this one late night and a round
111.
table discussion. So we did 111. Everybody's like, "Well, I want 11. That's weird." Then we explained, "Well, that's just we had to
Yeah.
go to the state line to get alcohol." So
That's great.
That's how we
And then
ended up with
obviously through the maturation, it drops in
Yeah.
proof points. That's
Yeah.
a 5-point
Yeah.
drop in 2 years. That's a pretty big drop.
Yeah, talking about that humidity in your warehouses and that fog that comes
Yeah.
and sets in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Right.
bring the proof points down a little bit. So yeah, it just goes.
Well,
to
I'm
the
glad you
maturation.
said that because I'll tell you why. We've had a couple barrels we pulled that was like 109, and then we've had a 105, we've had a 106, and so I've been racking my brain trying to figure out like why is it so far off 111?
Yeah.
That makes all the sense in the world. Now I don't feel so stupid. Good. You've made me feel good about myself tonight.
Oh, hey, it's
And we're early.
Matt's
So it's
happy to be your consultant. April's got a new agent. Matt's going to be a consultant. So we got this lined
We've
out.
got this
man.
figured out.
Yeah.
I'm
Just-
telling you.
yeah.
But it is something neat about the distillery. Is he was talking about Highway 111. Everything has a meaning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's 111 proof, but the names that our products carry, they have meaning behind them. It's not just a name that they have pulled out of thin air.
So it's
you know,
kinda
they
like
mean something. It's
What they
crafted.
call them, like little Easter eggs, kind of.
It
where you
is.
just like find these little hidden things that
Exactly.
have significance.
Yes.
And it's fun to find those. Matt, what do you get on the nose on this one?
So surprisingly, I think this one to me has more of a like bourbon forward nose. It's not like the Cherrywood on this. I don't think is as evident as it was on the 90 proof. To me, this brings more of traditional like wheat notes of like the actual distillate and the mash bill in this one, where there's less influence from any Cherrywood in there, kind of adding some of the age. So I get good cracked wheat note on it. It's a little bit brighter, I think, like a little bit fresher on the nose as well. Oak still rings through. There's that vanilla note that comes around on it. Getting a little bit of like stone or orchard fruit, sort of like near the back end, almost like maybe some green apple or like a white cherry or like a white cranberry kind of nose at the end. Just, it's really nice. And for only a 16 proof point jump up, these two are I think the noses are very different in this. I can see how coming at cask strength with these, you could really get a whole wide array of different aromas coming around on your different barrels. I think that the 90 proof is is really nice where it is. It's proofed well. It reflects everything that's in there. I could see some of these cask strength ones being a little crazy and like out there and having different like out of left field sort of notes to them.
Yeah.
I think maybe that this could be like part of that. It's unique. I like it.
And this to me doesn't nose at 106 either. It doesn't nose hot. I think sometimes when you get in that 100 range plus, people expect that there's going to be like that ethanol punch, but this is not. This is still very sweet. But like Matt said, it's a different profile from the 90 proof. It's really interesting. That's why I'm happy we got to do these in the same round, because this noses to me very different than the 90 proof. I really like the way this one noses. But I think that wheat influence does come through much more. To me, Matt, it translates to like strawberry. I always get, like when I think of wheated bourbons, I get that kind of strawberry hint. almost like smash, like you take a big bowl of strawberries and smash them up and get them really juicy and sweet. And then it's like, oh yeah, that nice whiff of that. But that vanilla that still comes through, the oak comes through. But I agree, I don't think that cherry wood influence is quite as noticeable on the palate as it was with the 90 proofer. You guys got anything you want to add on that?
So typically I prefer the higher strength better than a 90. Not that I say 90 is not good. A lot of people like 90 proof, and that's great. It's easy to sip. I like it. I say it's a little more, I call it richer. I just say it's more rich. It's more full flavor on the 106 or the 109 or whatever it is than the 90.
I agree with that.
And
for
there's,
sure.
you know, a lot of people, they are scared when we say, oh, it's 106. You're like, just try it, you know, because it's not going to burn you from the inside out.
Not at all. Yeah.
So smooth and just.
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure. So Junior, let's visit your life. This is your life, Junior Cecil. So
scary.
Let's talk about your background and tell us how it is you got into to what you're doing here.
All right, so I've done a little bit of everything in my life. I'm kind of like April. Started out in the grocery business as a young man. I love the grocery business. I love helping people and all that. I went through college at Eastern. Worked in the grocery business all the way through that. I got out of school and ended up in automobile manufacturing at Toyota in Georgetown. Done that for about 5 years, and then started having kids and decided I wanted to go home. I was living here in Lexington, loved where I lived, loved everything about it, but I didn't have any parents or grandparents around, and they were all still living at the time. So we decided we wanted to go home, and so that's what we done. And then went there, and I started working with juveniles and juvenile justice. Then I went from that to in-home family counseling. I've done some prescription drug diversion for a few years. And then I kind of switched all the way around. It's kind of weird, like sometimes things just happen. And I went to 4-H.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, in between, I'm sorry. I left there and went to probation and pro. Okay. And I've done mental health and substance abuse assessments for anybody on probation, parole, or pretrial diversion. I had 10 counties I covered. It was fun. It was a good job. Got to help a lot of people, a lot of good people in that arena, people working in, and people make mistakes. So,
sure,
you know, they got to have a little grace and let people, hopefully they can get better. And then from that, I went to 4-H, started working with kids. So, and I coached some sports in between there, girls and boys basketball, and of course, Little League with my kids when they were playing and stuff. But then I just decided that I fell in love with moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a corn liquor guy.
Okay.
And so,
all right.
Yeah, and so started with the moonshine, and then talked about being friends with Pat, and Pat's like, hey, you should do bourbon. Don't just do moonshine, you should do bourbon. You're in Kentucky. Nobody down there does it. You're down there by yourself. Go. That's what you should do. And so, being his friend, I got very lucky because I got plenty of what I like to call free lessons.
Yeah.
He would come home for the weekend and he would bring some stuff. He's like, hey, I'm bringing some 2- and 3-year-old. You want to try them? What kind of question is that?
Of course I do.
I'll get a 12-pack.
Now, just so our listeners know, you're saying Pat.
Yeah, Pat Heist. I'm sorry.
Heist. No, that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, because we talked off camera about that, but I just wanted to make sure everybody knew.
Yeah, it's fine. So I feel really blessed to have people in this industry. You know, there's 2 or 3 different people that's helped me a lot. Brent Gooden over in Boundary Oak, I call him. He's always good to help. Yep. Pat and Shane are always great to help, and it's just good to have people in this industry that will help.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it was a long and winding road.
Jake Wiseman, you guys know Jake?
I don't know Jake.
He's a great dude, and he's helped me a bunch too. We was on the Moonshine Trail together. So
okay.
All right. So anyway, long story short, my grandfather made wine in his basement. He grew his own grapes when I was young, and I don't know, I just didn't really have the patience for wine.
Yeah.
And I say that now and I laugh because
yeah, I was just going to say. Wait a second here.
Wait.
Patience for bourbon is like
Let's make some bourbon.
Yeah.
tenfold past that.
Cut it down. Yeah. Let's cut down the time and make bourbon instead.
Yeah, how dumb. But so we started and started playing with Mashbills, drinking other people's stuff, and finding out what we liked and where we fell. I have 2 partners. I've been blessed with 2 really good partners. I got Kevin Daly, who's his background is in fuel ethanol. He had a yeast company.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he he can break molecules of. If you really want somebody to talk to you about fermentation, he can just set. You'll be like. I have to remind him when people come and he starts talking. I'm like, hey, they don't care about that. It's just,
they probably failed high school chemistry, so let's not go there.
But it's very important on our process,
the
maturation process, to know somebody. And then I have a brother-in-law that He's never drank a drop of alcohol in his whole life.
Really?
But he would see people come to my house and want to take moonshine with them.
Yeah.
Back when I was practicing, that's what I have to say. And he was like, I don't know why you just don't do this legal. And I'm like, I just really don't have the money to do that, man. It's a lot of money. And he goes, I'll help you. Let's just do it together. And so my wife, I tell people all the time, my wife probably only allowed me to do this because her brother was as dumb as I was. And that's how we got where we're at. And so those two people who have been in my life for a long time allow me to live a dream.
That's awesome.
So,
man.
and they come along with it, and they enjoy it, and have a good time with it, and
Yeah.
it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great story. Very, very long and winding road.
Yes.
But it led you here, which is great, and great for us because we get to get to experience what you're making down there. Speaking of which, Matt, as you take a drink, let's jump over to the palate and finish because we're close to the end of round one here. So what you get?
It's definitely, you can taste the step up in proof. It's got more of a kick, more of a punch to it. To me, I get a lot more of the wheat influence on this, a lot more bready notes. It's almost, there's like a cross between some bread and like some herbs. I'm picking up like kind of rosemary, like very savory herbs on this one. It's almost like a rosemary focaccia type flavor on it, but like really nice bready note right up front, little herbal in the middle. Some of those herb notes come through. I get a touch of mint. Ironically enough, comes through even for this wheated product, which is a little peculiar. And then a nice, long, good, rich, bold finish. 106 proof. I think this one drinks a little bit above it as well. I think, but it's not at all hot, off-putting, or it's just really nice, good, oily, thick, nice drinking bourbon. Yeah,
lots of good notes on that one. I get almost like a smokiness to it, and I don't know if that's from the barrel itself or not, but it's almost like toward the end of the palate, almost, I don't want to say campfire-ish, but it's kind of smoky.
Mm-hmm. I get that. I can see
coming from the barrels, probably, I would assume. Right. So, but yeah, pretty much everything Matt said. I mean, you still get that sweetness. I don't get that cherry note. I don't get that cinnamon note as pronounced as with that 90 proof, because on the 90 that was like the first thing was like cinnamon, and I don't get that with this. But I still get kind of like a peppercorn note. The heat, 106, it is not hot at all, like you said. Very approachable for 106 proof bourbon. Very nice, man.
Thank you. So it's funny you've said bread twice.
Yeah.
I swear, when we are mashing in, it smells just like cornbread.
It does.
Really?
It's like
I love it so much.
It's like it's like you're at your grandma's house and she's making a big Poland cornbread.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so, more times than not, I go home and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fix pinto beans and cornbread tonight. Yes.
And I'm sure Pete's happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
On tours, that comes out really well. People say, I said, do you smell what you smell? They're like, I smelled it before. I'm like, okay. And then finally somebody says, that smells like cornbread. And like, how can it smell like cornbread? I'm like, because we got corn in there cooking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but it surprises me every time. I'm like, but I think it's really cool that you can pull that out of just the smell of
the finished product, right? After it sits in a barrel for 2 years,
it's crazy.
You're still picking out those notes. So,
Right.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what, we're at the end of round one. Drank 2 great pours here. Same mash bill, different proof points. Very cool. Kind of a little experiment there. I'm really happy we got to do that. So let's take a quick break. And we'll come back with more with April and Junior with Southern Kentucky Distillery in just a minute. So here's the thing about District 7 Social Hall. It's not just a bar, and it's definitely not just a game spot. It's one of those places you go with friends and end up staying way longer than planned. It's located in Lexington's Distillery District, just steps from the Bourbon Trail, and it's built for fun. They've got duck pin bowling, games, and a self-serve beer wall, so you can pour exactly what you want when you want it. The bar program is legit. There's a fantastic bourbon selection, great cocktails, and plenty for people who just want to hang out and sip something good. And parking? Free parking, which honestly matters more than people admit. But here's where it gets really cool. Hidden inside District 7 is Book Club, a secret wine room you'd never expect. It's quieter, moodier, and feels like a speakeasy for people who actually love wine and bourbon. Inside Book Club, they've got hard-to-find bourbons tucked away, along with a curated wine list, making it one of those if you know spots. So whether someone's coming off the Bourbon Trail, meeting friends for a night out, or just looking for a place that doesn't feel like cookie cutter, District 7 hits that sweet spot. Fun, social, a little unexpected. and easy to get to. Be seen, be social. District 7. All right, everybody, welcome back for round 2 of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight live, still in the Bourbon Life Studios, it is my good friend, Matt. Matt, how you doing? Down at the end of the table.
Mark, I'm great down here. This is episode, 5 of 20?
Episode 4.
4 of 20.
We did miss a week.
Okay.
Our guest
4 of 2020.
Our guest called in sick.
2020. Well, yeah, they saw they had to spend the night with us. I would have called in sick too. But look, we've had all live guests so far.
We have, I know.
Can you believe that?
We did a crew episode live, but we've had all live guests. It's been great. I'm going to just make that the standard. You cannot dial in. I don't care where you're from. If you're in Texas or California, you got to come to the Bourbon Life Studios, the creepy basement.
The creepy basement.
Creepy
yes.
basement. Yeah, come to my house, come down to my basement and hang out for a few hours and drink.
Exactly.
Yeah, I imagine.
Just ignore the several locks on the door.
Yeah,
It's
don't
fine.
pay no mind to the basket of lotion.
Does this smell like chloroform?
Yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, man, we're already off the rails. Here we go.
No kidding.
All right, but we do want to thank our sponsors. So thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. Matt, with that said, tell everybody who we have with us tonight.
Absolutely. Joining us from Southern Kentucky Distillery, we have Junior Cecil, co-founder and owner, and April Catron, excuse me. Catron.
I was going to ask
It's like
you before.
Catherine. Without the
Catron.
Yeah.
Brand ambassador, also from Southern Kentucky Distilling. Welcome on back for the second round of the podcast.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you guys here,
We're glad to be here.
even if we mispronounce your name.
It's
I didn't know what it
all
was either. We usually check before we start, and I forgot to do that because it could be Catron.
Okay, so
Catron,
the funny thing, I had
Catron.
to apply for graduation the
Yeah.
other day, and it had me record how to say my name.
Okay.
So they know.
Yes.
So it won't get messed up. Because that would kind of suck to walk across stage and
Right.
have them say, April Catron. Like, no, it's not Patron.
You know as well as I do.
You can't tell, but I'm side-eyeing Matt right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
I can feel it.
I feel it too. It's maybe it's getting warm down here. Ugh.
Well, you know they messed up enough when they make you pronounce your name for them to say.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Or
I was
just don't
like,
want to. Like, I'm not going to do that, so let's not screw it up.
Now, if they
Yeah.
mispronounce April, I'll just be like, you can keep it. No.
But now you got to put a little bit of that Cumberland County twang in it too when you say Catron. So
Catron.
Yeah.
it works. Well, we're happy you guys are here. Thank you guys for driving up here to join us tonight. We really appreciate that. I know it was a long drive for you guys. You got some great stuff. The first round, really enjoyed that wheated bourbon. That was really nice. We got a couple different things. This round is we're like blowing it up this episode, man. We're drinking everything that we can. So what do we got poured up for this first pour in the second round here?
So we have, it's a Turby's also, but it's a Turby's rye. So you guys are kind of getting a treat tonight, if you want to call it a treat. Let's wait and see if you like it, then we'll know if it's a treat. But if you like it, then it's a treat. We have not released this yet. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
no.
Wow.
But now
So-
it's a bourbon,
It is a bourbon.
but it's a high rye bourbon.
It's a rye bourbon.
Rye mash
Gotcha.
bill bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And so we are, we're fixing to release it. We've got it's done. We've got so much done, ready to go. We're waiting on some boxes to be printed.
Okay.
And if anybody's ever had anything to do with, so building a distillery, Luther laughs at me all the time, says, let's build a distillery, be fun, because of all the little things that are so hard.
Oh yeah.
Building a distillery and making the bourbon is the easy part. I thought that was going to be the hardest part of all of it.
Yeah.
And getting the TTB to approve labels and getting labels printed and them being right and no words misspelled and and the boxes and it's
Getting all your SKUs and colas and your
Yes.
boxes need dividers.
You get Matt.
Dividers come
Matt
in
has
6
worked
packs and 12 packs.
Amen. Yes.
Your corks are going to come from a different place from
Yes.
glass, and then you don't know if your
and the
providers.
colors may not be correct, so we're going to send this back.
Absolutely, yeah. And there might be a smudge on the label. Oh, my, yeah. Yes.
I mean, especially you got us hand labeling most things, so
Oh, I can just imagine how messy that could
We've
get.
got better with that now that we've got our we figured out our bottling line.
Yeah.
And before we was having such a hard time getting the labels on straight, and we just said, okay, screw it, let's hand label. There's no need in us trying to. We're not going to make it. Let's just. Because we'd run 5 and pull 3 off, and you're like, why are we even doing this?
Yeah, I guess you're not in circular glass, so you can't
Makes it
just
so
put on
easy.
a label applicator. That way, you can't just let it roll through.
Oh yeah.
So you'll see though, with the next product we're going to taste after a while, we're getting smarter as we go. We're learning. We're learning.
Learning.
We are learning.
So now this is 90 proof
Yep,
as
got-
well, like
yep.
the
Yep,
wheated
got-
bourbon that we
yes,
tasted first.
yes, sir.
So 90 proof. Age on this one?
Same. 2
Same.
years.
Okay.
Yep.
Now does this have the same cherrywood treatment?
Yes,
It does.
Yep.
Same. Okay.
Anything with the Turby's name on it will be
Same.
Cherrywood. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure
Mr. Turbyville always said his best stuff came from the Cherrywood finish. And so as we've done this, we've I can't say I disagree with him. He's evidently he done it for 52 years and figured it out. So
Yeah.
one thing I've learned in this industry, when somebody has got it figured out, you probably should listen to what they have to say.
Yeah.
It's not real smart not to.
Well, Matt, have you noticed it, man? What do you?
I have. So this, as a 2-year-old rye, I think rye whiskey in general, you can get away with younger products and have a lot of redeeming qualities to them. I'll sit around and make a really strong case for a young rye whiskey. I love a lot of the characteristics that come from young rye whiskeys. And I think this one has characteristics of a young rye whiskey, but definitely noses older than 2. I think going back, like we said earlier, on the wheated bourbon in the first round at 2 years old, I thought it not only nosed, but it drank incredibly past that age point. I think the maturation on it was really, really nice. And I think this is the same. It's got a really nice, fresh, crisp note right up front. Get a lot of green apple. I get like almost like a freshly mown grass type aroma, just like really fresh, kind of minty, a little bit of herb in there. But also there's that influence from the barrel that comes through. There's like a slight char note or like a toasted note on it as well. That cuts through some of those brighter, younger aromas on it. I think the Cherrywood does a good job in this too, in imparting more age on the nose than the age statement might suggest. But just really, really lovely. It's nice and bright and crisp. I really, really like that.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. Very, very bright. It's not floral, but it just has a bright note. Matt, you're talking about mintiness. I get a whiff, but I get almost like a lemongrassiness to it that comes out. So, and I get that sometimes on our higher rye Mashbill. So I definitely get that. But again, like Matt said, this does not nose like a 2-year-old bourbon at all. I mean, this nose is way above its class. So yeah, that's exceptional. The impact that type of process can have on this rye, it's crazy. Any other notes that we missed? You guys have anything?
I think you pretty much have it covered.
We got it?
Yes, you got it.
That's a vote of confidence from April right there. Thank you, April.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much. So let's talk about the brand, the distillery itself. So you mentioned your brother-in-law and your other partner in the first round. I mean, how did it all come about? I mean, you were obviously practicing a little bit, but talk about that and the decision. I mean, because that's a lot to say, I'm enjoying what I do as a hobby and it's a lot of fun versus, man, I'm going to go all in and make this actually happen.
You're right. It was, I won't say it was a tough decision, but it was a tougher decision. Like we would sit at the kitchen table at my house and scratch out numbers of what this costs and that costs and this costs, and my wife would get up and she would go to bed.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to know anything that's going on.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done.
As long as you don't lose my house, I don't care what you do. Go have fun. That's great. But if I lose my house, you're gonna have problems. So that was part of the deal we made, and I was able to not lose the house yet, so that's good. But the moonshine was, like I said, it's what really got us started.
Okay.
And of course, when I was practicing doing that, it was a lot smaller scale than what we have now with our with our steel. We have an 18-inch column steel.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to talk about that this round or last round. Does it matter?
You can talk about it now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So we have an 18-inch pot steel. I would imagine it's the only one in the state of Kentucky.
Okay.
It is a company called Red Boot Steel from Iowa. And the guy, when we called and was talking to him, my brother-in-law and him became really good friends, going back and forth about this, that, and the other. And so we have it's a stainless column steel. And so at the top, we asked him if he'd put in a basket of copper. Okay. Because old time folks can tell you can't have good liquor if you don't have copper.
Don't have copper? Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's right or that's wrong. I'm saying everybody has their own opinion. But I am saying this, back years ago when they could not manipulate stainless at the creek, they could copper.
Yeah, right.
And I'm just saying some people know how to run their steel better, so it tastes better. But for all practical purposes, we put something about a basket of copper in it just so that all of it would run across copper. So for whatever reason, this steel is amazing. It does a really good job of stripping the alcohol. When it comes off, it's really, really good and clear. It tastes good at that point. Like it doesn't have a bad smell or taste. Like it don't make your stomach hurt when that kind of stuff. So this does a really good job. The thing that really messes with everybody's mind when they come in there is that we don't have a doubler, nor do we have a thumper. And I see the look on Matt's face now. What? But it's what you call a deflator.
Okay.
Okay. So it's kind of the same thing but different. And so a lot of people question whether it would work and how it would work. We chose a few things different in our place just because, well, we wanted closed top fermenters, not open top. We agitate.
Yeah.
All of our tanks have agitation.
Okay.
Those are just my brother-in-law. He's a perfectionist. And so as he was studying, trying to figure out what to do, everything he would read, he soaks up. And so he said, I think this is what we need to do. Yeah. And one thing I've learned about him is, whether it's an automobile or anything else in his life, before he moves or makes a move, he knows what he wants.
He knows, yeah.
If it's supposed to go 180, it should run 180.
Yeah.
And that's just him. And so when Kevin came along and joined with us, it made our fermentation process just so much better because of all the knowledge he had and all the knowledge he had on the fermentation. So between the three of us, we all bring a strength to the table.
Sure.
That helps us be well-rounded.
Yeah.
And so when we started, I can't explain the hours that we sat and talked about our brands and how we were going to do this. Do we do it all under SKD? Do we give each thing their own brand? Yeah. So there's a lot of people that do it a lot of different ways. The one by the river we talked about earlier in Frankfort, they got a lot of good products.
Sure.
And so none of that's under Buffalo Trace. Well, most of it's under the Buffalo Trace name.
Right.
And then there's a lot of people who have multiple things with their name on it. And I don't know that one way is right or wrong. I don't know what's better. We chose to go this way. It makes branding harder, actually.
Sure.
And it makes it tough on
I was going to say, does it make your job hard?
Yes.
You can jump in and add to it.
Let April tell you what it's like to go to a liquor store or a restaurant and explain to them what we have to offer.
When you go in, they say, oh, you're the Slate Fork people. I'm like, well, we are. That's our moonshine, but I'm from Southern Kentucky Distillery.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what about this? I'm like, well, that's not ours, but this vodka is. The Ancient Sun vodka, that's our. So with the different brands, people don't realize that we make it all.
That it's all coming from you guys,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. And I can see where that could be complicated for you, but also very complicated for you guys, and a hard decision to make because from branding, you want to get the name of the Southern Kentucky Distillery. You want people to know that it's yours. And if you're out in the field and people don't recognize that,
if you go look for something and you're looking for Southern Kentucky Distillery, they may not know, that's Turby's bourbon.
Right.
So separation is...
It's hard.
It is.
The reason I landed on that answer, and it's kind of crazy, I guess, in one way, but let's just say our wheated bourbon. So our whole goal to start with, let me say this out loud, we did not plan on doing a 2-year. I was hell bent on it's going to be 4 years or more.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
So I didn't know if that's this episode or this section or next.
Good.
But we
tell
were
us
not
whatever you want to tell us.
We were not going to do that.
Yeah.
At this point in time, he's just like, pour me another one. Go ahead. Yeah.
We're peanut butter and jelly moonshine.
So we're kind of stubborn and bullheaded a little bit, and you call it prideful, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but we didn't want to source. We make our own stuff. We want to sell our stuff, and that's kind of what we're holding to. And
that's a bold move.
Thank you. And now looking back now, I probably shouldn't have done that. We'd have,
well, you can look at it either way, right? Maybe you say you should have done that, but then there eventually becomes a time down the road when your product's ready.
Yes.
And you want to move over to your product. We talked about this with Chattanooga Distilling Company, who started their business sourcing and had a whole product line, multiple different SKUs, product lines of source product, and then one day they just switched, went to their own product.
And it's almost
same
like
labels, same everything, and just had to hope and pray that.
So they used the same label they had.
Everything.
Okay.
Just had to hope that they would bring all of their fans, everybody that loved their product, with them to this new product, even though flavors were different, things changed. So in the fact that you didn't source, you might have avoided that down the road of having to figure out, what's our liquid strategy? Where do we go from here with bringing our own stuff in? Do we start blending in old with new, us with them? And then we talked about your labels being an issue, then you have, to disclose all this on labels. So more down the road. But yes, I think Mark and I both admire
absolutely
you wanting to do your own thing the entire way.
I think it's a big deal. I mean, whenever I'm doing a tasting, they're like, "Oh, where do you?" I'm like, "We don't."
Yeah.
Everything that you see right here,
You make.
we make. And I guess I'm going to quote the Eddie Montgomery song when which is fitting. It's something to be proud of.
Yeah. Right? Absolutely.
And of course, Eddie Montgomery is our brand ambassador.
Yes, I did find that out. So I'm glad you brought that up because I'm a big fan of Montgomery Gentry.
Oh, yes.
It's so sad about Troy. But, and the funny thing is, I used to be a bartender years ago, back in the 80s.
Okay,
before you were born.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
But it was a country bar. And Troy, back then he was called Troy Lee, before he was Troy Gentry, but he was Troy Lee. He and John Michael Montgomery both would actually play at this bar when the actual main guy was not there. So like on Monday and Tuesday nights, John Michael before he hit it big, and Troy before he got with John Michael's brother, and did Montgomery Gentry. They would play down there. So I've been fans of those guys for quite some time, but that's very cool.
Eddie's got a lot of good stories.
Oh, I can only imagine.
A lot of good stories.
And
he's proud. He's proud of what he's done, what Montgomery Gentry's done. Proud of his brother. Like he's.
Oh yeah, sure.
Him and Troy pretty much quit playing music and just helped John Michael launch himself when they started. And he just like we were roadies. He said we just went and helped him and we learned the business. And I'm like, okay, brother, you're a year in, you got it figured out.
That's awesome.
We're gonna do it too. So anytime anybody sticks up for the family or backs their family, I think it's a big deal. I think it's really important that people not only care about themselves but care about other people. Yeah. And so when we started talking to Eddie about this brand ambassador stuff, the first time we talked to him, it was like, okay, we all know we're good. It was really easy.
Yeah.
And so he's been great. It's been great.
That's awesome, man.
He rides up and down the whole country with our logos all over his bus.
Does he?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah, and his boots.
Awesome. And
he has 2 pair of SKD custom boots.
Yeah,
he has
it's
a blue
cool.
pair and a red pair. So that's pretty cool.
I'm going to have to launch into my town here. I may do that off camera.
Can we please do that? We can have a sing-along.
We won't do that during the show. So.
It's okay. It's cool. And he's really easy to deal with. Not only him, but his band members. All of them are really laid back and easy. And we'll go to shows and show up. And they do now that we were his sponsor, he does a shot during the show. He doesn't drink while he's playing. Like if he's on the road, he won't drink.
Okay.
But we make up for it at the golf course in Denver when he's not playing. But we'll all drink and watch him sing, and he does great. But they'll do a shot during the show, and so we think it's really cool that we get to kind of get up and be a part of that.
Absolutely, that's great. So Matt, let's jump back over to the whiskey. I think we talked about the nose, and I forgot to get back to the palate and the finish. So
no problem.
What do you get on that?
I get some floral notes on the palate on this one. There's like a honeysuckle comes through, get a little bit of sweet tea on it as well. There's definitely an inherent sweetness that comes through it. Some tea, like herbal, grassy notes. Nice warm finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, good drinking product.
Yeah, for that 90 proof, it's really nice. But that rye, I think, comes through on that finish, like you said, Matt, because I do get that nice tingle, that not a burn, but it's again 90 proof. It's easy to drink, but I get that rye influence on the finish on this especially, but still get that sweetness like with the bourbon, the wheated bourbon that we drank. That sweetness, you get a lot of those sweet notes as well. But yeah, for 2 years, I mean, I still can't get over the fact that it's 2 years old.
And something I figured out, we talked about, I'm new to the bourbon game.
Yeah.
But I figured out I do like rye. I prefer a rye bourbon.
Good for you.
So,
Yeah.
Matt's
good for you.
Matt's a big, Matt is just a rye whiskey, not a bourbon, but just rye whiskey itself. Huge fan.
Yeah.
So good. So
yeah.
I wasn't a rye guy when I started this.
You and Mark both.
I was
Matt's
not.
made me a rye guy.
I was a sweet guy. I love sweet moonshine.
Yeah.
And so as we started this process, and I learned that as we made it, the sweeter it was, the more she would drink it. So if you're somewhere, I don't care if it's a NASCAR race, a softball game, the lake, if she will drink it, he will take it every time.
Yeah.
He may say it's a sissy drink, but you can watch him go back to his boat or his campsite and he will drink with her.
Yeah.
And so I learned that a long time ago. And so the sweeter it was, the better.
Yeah.
Well, I liked wheated bourbon, and I thought, well, we might make some rye because some people like it. But, you know, if we go broke, I just want to be able to drink whatever we make. So we're gonna make. So we made.
like
While
that.
you're homeless, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll keep you warm at night.
That's right. It will. It'll warm you up.
I know of a basement you can move into.
I may be,
whole
I may
living
be
area.
coming over. Looks like there's a whole living area here, so I can have
right.
that. But as we started drinking rye, preparing for what we were going to make, I started liking rye. And I'm like, this is weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. And so now if I go out, I buy rye. I typically always drink rye now instead of wheat.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so if I go buy a bottle, it's a rye bottle.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of good influences on the rye that we didn't know. So for 9 months, we made wheated bourbon. So that means we had to wait 9 months now for our. So you think 4 years down the road, you're like, okay, that's a long time. But now I'm waiting 4 years plus 9 months before my first rye's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
right.
I'm like, dang, what was I thinking when I done that? Yeah.
Well, let's. We got another one to drink here. So let's talk about pour number 2 here in round 2. What we have poured up on this one.
Okay, so it's the same Turby's Cherrywood, but it's the rye version of the Cask Strength.
Yep. 108.2 on this one.
108.2, and you'll see that I'll say I prefer the higher proof. I enjoy the higher proof more than not, and it's been a fun time doing the rye. There's a lot of people who come to when you come to the tour on the distillery. Before we had bourbon in a bottle, we'd feed barrels. Mm-hmm. We'd go get a couple handles and we'd bring them to the bar. And somebody'd come through and they're like, well, we're really bourbon folks. I'm like, well, I can give you a sample of what we have, but it's not ready yet. And no one could ever understand how the Cherrywood bourbon was as good as it was for a young product. And I'll be honest with you, like I said earlier, we were not going to do a 2-year.
Yeah.
We'd already made our mind up and not doing that. And then the next segment, when we talk about the last one, I'll explain to you why we ended up for sure going with that. But good news was people liked it. So then it kind of validated to me, like, okay, maybe we do actually, are we lucky? Or do we actually, with what we've heard from other people and learned, actually understand what we're doing now?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I still call us babies in the industry. We're babies. But I've had a lot of good influence from a lot of people who've been around for a long time.
When did you guys start the 22? Was it 22?
So we bought the distillery in 17.
Okay.
End of 17, started construction on 18, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
There in 20, and we couldn't get parts for a still. Folks in California, where they were coming from, they didn't work for months. And so it took us over 15 months to finally get our still where we could actually erect it and get it going.
Yeah.
And us being hands-on folks, so we got people there that weld. And I hear people all the time talk about their crew and how good their people are. But I love the people that work for me. And I don't really think they work for me. They work with me because I listen to them, what they think. And we got April.
Yeah. The face of the brand.
Oh, yeah.
All of our people that work for us are knowledgeable, and we were a little different than other people too. We didn't go hire anybody in the business.
Nice.
So we didn't pick nobody up. We didn't go back and say, I learned from other businesses I've had that those folks usually bring bad habits with them.
Yeah. Good point.
So I learned that a long time ago. And so we learned how to run the equipment, do what we wanted to do. And then we hire somebody and train them. This is how we want you to do this.
Yeah.
At the end of the Christmas every year, we always take our people to different places for tours.
Yeah.
And we went
nice.
we went to 2 or 3 places I guess it's 2 or 3 years now. And that way we see what that just kind of validates to them why we do what we do. And we've picked up some stuff from other people that we liked. We're
Sure.
like, okay, I like that. And why do you do that? And they'll tell you, like, okay, that makes sense. How come we're not doing that?
Yeah.
And so, but our people are great. There's 20 something of us. I'm not kidding. It would be.
That's awesome.
They all can do multiple jobs. Our tour guides are people that run the still, that mash in, that bottle. Our ladies up front, if it's a down day, they'll be in the back bottling. A lot of times just putting labels on. They don't love that sometimes, but everybody there could. I could promise you right now, if we went to the bar, 3 out of the 4 people that work at our bar could do a tour and give you a tour because they've heard the stories and they've heard us talk. And,
that's great.
and a lot of us, like I said, we have a lot of family. We are a small family-owned distillery, so We have a lot of family that work there, and then some of our high school friends and people we grew up with. So it just kind of makes it life. I got one guy that works for us. His wife said, "This is not like work. It's like 6th grade recess with alcohol." I don't understand how you guys are having so much fun, but we do.
I like that.
Yeah.
Matt, let's talk about the nose on this 1082 rye Mashbill bourbon, the Turby's. What do you get on that?
I think it's bigger and brighter. It's a bolder nose on it. I get more of that lemongrass you were talking about earlier, Mark.
Yeah.
I think this one, it's just more exaggerated. There's also like a zesty note to it, like a little bit of lime or almost like a cilantro, herbal type zesty note. Then there's like a vanilla taffy, like a pulled vanilla taffy, or almost like a, not chocolate nougat, but like a regular kind of nougat sweetness to it. Really nice. The nose on this one, I think, is just really vibrant.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. It's like the 90 proof are almost on steroids, right? And it's not that the 90 proof, it's not that significant of a difference. Like, to me, the wheated bourbon, the 90 proofer and the 109, significantly different on the nose. I don't really get that much of a difference in terms of notes, but I think the impact is like more pronounced. Everything is more out there. Again, it's higher proof, but it doesn't nose, alcoholic. There's not a lot of ethanol coming through. Mm-mm. It doesn't hurt your nose when you inhale. But man, just a lot of great flavors on this, like Matt said. Anything else on that, guys?
I just attribute that to our steel.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah. When I tell you it does a really good job of stripping the alcohol and separating it, it's amazing. Like, it's amazing. Yeah. I mean, we've sent it for testing, and I won't say exactly what we done, but I will say that it came out, it fared very well. Mm-hmm. And that's when I really knew that we were doing what we needed to be doing, and then we just go to work. Yeah.
Now I'm curious, because you mentioned Pat earlier, and they're obviously known for sweet mash. Are you guys sour mash or sweet?
We are not. We're sweet mash.
Are you sweet mash?
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I was like, because I just took a sip of this and I'm like, man.
So if you like Wilderness Trails mash bills, a lot of ours are close to theirs.
Okay.
So when I can tell you, we spent hours in this cabin, and he would come back home, go to the lake, hang out and stuff, and he would bring stuff for us to taste, and we would go and.
Can we come into the lake?
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys are both welcome to come anytime you want.
Well, I'm just talking about the creepy aspects. We got a cabin by the lake, we got a creepy basement.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, but I'm just saying, we're fortunate. We've been blessed to have people that's helped us along the way. That's been really, really, really good, and their information's good, and been very successful. So those are the people, like I said earlier, you should listen to. And so, did I do everything like he done it? No, we did not. There was a lot of things that we changed about something, but we didn't want to be just like anybody else. We want to be a little different. And so that's why we changed some of the things that we did change, and it makes it for more fun.
Yeah. But that's funny, because I was thinking, because usually when you get in that 100 proof, and I love higher proof, but you talked about that Kentucky hug, and a lot of times you get a burn. And this, I get a little bit of a hug in the back of my throat, but I don't get that burn. And I know from having toured down at Wilderness that the sweet mash really contributes to that lack of that real burn, that sensation. So when I drink this one at 108, I'm like, all right, that's 2 high proof bourbons that I've had, and I don't get that sensation. So that's why I was like, wait a second, this has got to be, I bet this is sweet mash. So
it is. Thank you for noticing that. But I always tell people this: if you have a good sip of bourbon, and I'm a neat guy, I don't do drinks, and nothing wrong with people who do. A lot of people like all kinds of bourbon drinks and
sweet stuff.
We have 2 rules. We have 2 rules at the distillery about drinking. One, we don't tell you what to drink, and we don't tell you how to drink it. Nice. You're old enough to make your own decisions to drink, then you know what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
And so I don't like it when somebody tells me I have to drink it this way or that way. We just say, okay, if you like it like that, drink it like that. So my partner Kevin, my brother-in-law Michael, he don't drink it all.
Right.
So he gets all the water he wants. And then Kevin,
he's your designated driver everywhere. This is awesome.
It is great, actually. We go to a KDA meeting, and boom, he's driving. That's great. We just get to go drink and have a good time. And then Kevin,
that is great. What a great partner.
No, it's great. Honestly, I've got 2 of the best partners in the world.
Yeah,
I'm blessed, so blessed. And Kevin, he likes to drink his with Sprite. And I'm like, okay. So if I make him a drink, I make it with Sprite. If he makes me one, he pours it neat. It's just we don't judge each other. We don't say, hey. And so for us, really, it kind of plays along with all the customers.
Yeah.
Because everybody likes something different.
Everybody likes it different, right? Yeah. Like Fred No says, drink it any damn way you want. So.
And he's a good dude.
He absolutely is.
Him and Ed Montgomery are big buddies.
Yes, I do know that. Yeah, for
they're
sure.
Big buddies. They're
Absolutely.
Big buddies.
Fred has told some stories. So
he's a good dude.
All right, guys. Well, we did the palate and finish, right? I'm making sure we did that. We did.
No, we did the nose. We didn't do palate and finish.
Oh my God! Let's talk about palate and finish. I'm like looking at my clock. I'm like, have we gone that long? We are.
Sorry.
Mine's like almost empty. I'm like, I did it wrong.
You don't have to apologize because I'm like, I'm having a great conversation, but I'm like, I want to make sure we talk about the whiskey too.
It's all right.
Let's talk about palate and finish, Matt. We'll kind of condense this one. What do you get?
Big and bold.
Yeah.
You said, Mark, that you mentioned in the first round, or just talking about the nose on this one, you said the word impact, and I think this one really has an impactful palate. It's big, it's spicy, it's peppery, it's hot. Yep. There's like a little bit of vegetal, like jalapeno heat that comes on it as well. It's spicy. It leaves a nice long finish, really all the way down the back of the tongue. This going up the proof points in this, where the nose was similar somewhat to the 90 proof, the palate on this one is just night and day different. It's big and bold and kind of unapologetic.
Yeah, and Matt, I like you threw in that about the like a jalapeno spiciness, because that doesn't happen a lot of times, but I love it when it does, because you kind of get that peppercorn spiciness, and then we had the cinnamon flavor on the one. But yeah, Matt, that vegetable.
Drink your vegetables.
Yeah, vegetal,
Yes.
that jalapeno heat. And it's very similar to that, right? Where you bite a jalapeno and then it takes a minute, but then it kind of blooms and it's like, woo, there's a heat. Get that off of this on the palate. So, but that finish continues and goes, but it is different. The noses were similar, but the palate and finish on these two, just that proof point makes that big of a difference. That's pretty wild.
So here's what I like to say about that. Personally, since I drink it neat, I'd like to tell people, whatever you're drinking, if it makes your mouth water after you drink it, it's good.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you'll drink something, it might not do that. If you drink something like you said and it's warm, and I think I say it kills COVID and it keeps you sick from being sick and everything else.
Yeah.
But
it will cure what ails you.
There you go.
I just think
I like
if
that.
you can sip it and then your mouth waters from the back forward, then I feel that's good. I enjoy that. So that's what I tell people. If that happens to you, then congratulations, because I love it.
Very nice. Well, guys, we're at the end of round two. Let's take a quick break, get a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with more with April and Junior from Southern Kentucky Distillery in just a minute. Welcome to the kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company, where every visit is a celebration of tradition and flavor. Did you know that the kitchen table is nestled right within the heart of the distillery? That's right. You can experience the essence of James B. Beam's legacy while savoring their delectable dishes. Join them every Wednesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a culinary journey like no other. Planning a special event? Let the kitchen table be your host, creating unforgettable memories for you and your guests. For more information and reservations, visit beamdistilling.com. The kitchen table at James B. Beam Distilling Company. Come as a friend, leave as family. All right, everybody, welcome back for the third and sadly final round of the Bourbon Life Podcast. I'm your host, Mark, and with me here tonight, still live in the Bourbon Life Studios, it is my good friend, Matt. Matt, how you doing down at the end of the table, man?
Mark, I'm good down here. I noticed that my side of the table is covered.
You know what, Matt, just so everybody can see, I'm going to spin my little camera around, and you can see
like surrounded on all sides by
Matt's end of the table.
Liquor everywhere here.
Matt is the collector of all things.
Yeah, I'm not
liquor.
Well, we had a little break.
We did have a little break. That's
So I got pouring.
Yes, you did, and I appreciate that very much. We'll talk about that here in just a second, too. But we do want to thank all our sponsors, of course. Matt, tell everybody who we have with us, because we got to stick to the routine that we always do. Sorry.
Absolutely. If you are just joining us for the third segment, I don't know why, but we are very, very happy and fortunate to have with us April Catron, the brand ambassador, and also Junior Cecil, co-founder and owner of Southern Kentucky Distillery out in Cumberland County, and they are back for the third and final round with us.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for not leaving the creepy
No.
basement.
Well, I noticed the doors was locked, so
Yeah,
there was
this
no
is-
leaving.
This is the
Creepy
Hotel
basement's pretty
California.
Do you like the creepy
Yeah,
basement?
creepy basement's pretty cool. Yeah.
We have some good times down here. We hang out, especially on the crew episodes.
So, so just so you'll know, like as I watch your episodes, I try to put in my mind what it would look like, because Matt's always got the bourbon wall behind him, and I'm like, I wonder how that works. Are they in the same room? So
Right,
now
yeah.
I can see it. It makes more sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this is kind of the setup for our live versions. Now, when we do online, Matt sits over there, and I'll show you because there's some bourbon behind him, and then I'm in my office, and there's no bourbon, unfortunately, ever.
It's sad. It's
It
like,
is. It's my sad little office. I think I may have mentioned that the other day. That it's sad.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. Anyway, that's the real job. We're not talking about real jobs today.
No, this is
No,
fun
no,
stuff.
this is
Talking
fun
about the
jobs.
fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, we got something fun poured up and a
Ooh.
great story that goes with
was a
it. Thank
good
you.
one.
You like that
Yeah,
segue?
that was a
I'm
good one.
riding my segue today.
That was a good one.
There you go.
Awesome. That's great.
So tell us about what we got, Junior, if
Okay,
you want
yeah.
to, on this last
Yeah,
book.
so April was saying all of our names mean something.
Yeah.
At the distillery. So as we were trying to come up with stuff, it would be hard to come up with names. So we basically just took Google Maps and we just pulled it up. A Long Ridge is a ridge behind our distillery that people like to hunt and trap.
Okay.
And so that's the good thing about the Long Ridge is that it's a cool name. People in the community really understand what it is because it means a lot to them. And so it makes it fun.
Yeah.
Long Ridge is so long story short, I guess, to be on the KDA, there's some hoops you have to jump through to get on the Bourbon Trail. And so as being members of the KDA, we went through all the hoops that you have to go through. And about 3 months prior to being on the Bourbon Trail, one of the rules changed. So now to be on the Bourbon Trail, you have to have brown liquor in a bottle. And so I told you earlier that we had already decided we weren't going to source,
Right.
and we didn't want to do a 2-year. So we had to make another tough decision. So we decided, we'd started the 2-year already, so we decided we'd just go ahead and we'd get a cola.
Yeah.
And we're just going to go ahead and get the label, and we're just going to do it. If we think it tastes good enough to put in a bottle, so let's just do it. Got to take this chance. Well, lo and behold, as all things that usually don't go right, they would not approve it. They called it grass, generally recognized as safe.
Oh, yeah.
They said that those cherry sticks are not safe, that we could use the bark of the tree, we could use the leaves of the tree, but we cannot use the sticks.
Huh.
And I said, ma'am, you mean to eat the sticks? And she goes, you can't use, I said, we use them to flavor with, and we pull them out. Well, nobody drinks them, nobody eats them. She said, I'm sorry, we're just not going, I can't do it. And
Oh,
so
my gosh.
we have to get so now we're in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what are we going to do? We got 3 months and we've made all these plans and yada, yada, yada. What are we going to do? So you always go back to what you know. So Kevin calls Pat, and I'm not going to use exactly what Pat said, but he said, ask me about our rye bourbon. And I said, yes, we've done what we talked about. We changed it 2% instead of 1 that we had talked about.
Yeah.
And I said, that's what we've come down to. And he goes, then come and get barrels from me, put them in a bottle, and whatever you have to do to get on the Bourbon Trail, you need to do it.
Wow.
So, which was great. It's great
Yeah.
to have a friend that just, like
Absolutely.
I said. And so he goes, I know y'all didn't want to do it, but by golly, you don't have a choice now, so just do what you have to. And so, long story short, that's what we done. So we went and got this product from him. Well, 2 weeks, so we started a co on the Long Ridge. 2 weeks go by. We sent our attorney, we call it our attorney, he submitted, and then we submitted it again. And so he said, whoever gets it approved first, we'll just pull the other one back. So lo and behold, 2 weeks later, we get Turby's approved. So now we've got we've got these barrels of what's going to be our rye bourbon, sitting in the warehouse, and we just leave them. We just forgot about them. We went ahead and done what we planned to do with the Turbys. So a few months go by, and we said, okay, what are we going to do? And so we agreed that we would just send them to Wisconsin. We got a distributor there, and it's not a big deal. Well, we'll send them there. They said they agreed to take them, no big deal. And we're getting ready to send our Turbys to the San Francisco World Spirits Competition.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law, he's like I said, he don't drink, but he thinks he makes a good product. And he's like, we should just send it in and see what happens. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm like, okay, we'll send it in. He said, well, send that Long Ridge too. I mean, here we got pallets over here just fixing to leave. And he's like, and I'm like, why are we gonna sell that in, man? We're not selling it down here. We're not gonna have it in the store. I mean, we'll have to tell this story every time somebody comes in the door. Like, it's just gonna be, And he's like, no, just send it and see what happens. Well, our Turbys ended up getting gold.
That's awesome.
And then Long Ridge, we're fixing to smell and taste, got double gold.
Wow.
So there was 52 or 56 people from all over the world. Whoever comes in and does this tasting, we didn't go. We just ship bottles. Don't know anything about us. They, And so when we got those 2 awards, it really meant a lot to us. Like, okay,
Absolutely.
That's for us. It was a big deal. And I didn't know how big a deal it was until the 2025 double gold winner.
Yeah.
Still puts it on their bottle.
Yeah.
And it's a delicious rye because I drink it. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a huge honor. I mean, that's probably the prestigious event for spirits, and to have that, to get the double gold. That, I mean, to get a gold is huge, but a double gold, yeah.
So we felt really good about that. We've been very
Absolutely.
blessed, and that goes back to the friendship and the partnership with people.
Yeah, that's great, man.
I mean, so yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, so that's kind of the whole story of Long Ridge and how it came about. And guess what we had to do? We had to eat a little crow on the whole $70 Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We decided we probably should keep it. So it ended up in Forbes magazine as one of the top 5 small batch bourbons in the world for 2025.
Wow.
And people started coming in asking for it. Now, I'll never say I'm the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
But I went a week and didn't sell. Well, I could have sold to 3 people in that first week, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, we're not selling it here. And the first guy left, I'm like, well, that sounded really weird. Why would I tell him I'm not selling my bourbon here?
Yeah.
And then by the 3rd guy, I called my partners, like, okay, we got to make a decision right now. I'm bringing some of that over here and putting it on a barrel. And,
Yeah.
And so, anyway, long story short, we now sell it at the distillery.
That's great. And this is what kept me coming back. Well, that and April's magnetic personality, of
She's
course.
got it.
I
She's
thought
got
it was my accent.
That's what it was, the accent.
Yeah.
It made me feel like I was back in Flatwoods. Did you know I was from Flatwoods? Matt, have I mentioned that I'm from Flatwoods, Kentucky?
I hadn't
That
heard
makes
it yet
so
this
much
show.
sense.
It's this
show.
whole season. Of this whole show. Okay, maybe I had said that.
See, I thought it was the peanut butter jelly shot.
Okay, yeah, speaking of which. But yes.
Well, during the break,
During the break, you may have poured up a little something. So, but we should probably do the nose on this before I start doing peanut butter and jelly shots, right? Matt, what do you pick up on this, man?
So
he keeps us in line. Thank you, Matt.
Proof on this one is 116.8, and it is not hot. There's no ethanol whatsoever. I think it actually noses a little bit lower than 116.8. It's just full of really rich, good bourbon aromas. There's a presence of oak, but it's certainly not over oaked. There's a toasted note to it, but it's certainly not like over toasted. Sometimes it gets like too campfire, marshmallow, s'mores, overly toasted. I don't get that on that. I get a good influence from that. The rye shows up with a little bit of spice. There's black pepper. There's different peppercorns. There's a touch of cinnamon, little herbal notes from the rye as well. But there's also a good rich cherry. It's like black cherry, like cherry pie, a little bit of pie crust on it as well. A little bit of smoky tobacco.
Yeah.
At the end, I'm picking up as well.
Yeah.
Just like a really complex, really good, really like nothing overdone, but nothing understated on the nose.
What I was going to say was, this is what kept me coming back to the booth. I was like, I'm going to go back and get some of that. I keep forgetting the name, Long Ridge. I just kept calling it High Rye. That's what I kept telling everybody, because they're like, hey man, what's good? I'm like, you got to go to Southern Kentucky and get that High Rye.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, thank you for that. We appreciate it,
absolutely,
yeah.
man. So I had several pours of this at Bourbon Con, because it just kept bringing me back, because it was so good. And Matt, the only other thing I pick up, I would, not always, but occasionally get that Ticonderoga No. 2.
Oh, okay.
My pencil. You're too young to know what that is. You probably know, Junior, those yellow
Yes,
leaded
school
pencils,
pencil.
right? You go up to the sharpener in front of the whole class, and you sharpen it, and you get that nice little.
Is that how you showed off like your tennis shoes?
That's
your
how
new
you showed off,
Yeah.
especially after Christmas break. You come back, you get your new clothes. You walk up in front of the class, you sharpen your
I'm
pencil.
learning so much.
Oh, absolutely. But those pencil shavings had that.
Oh, yeah.
Had that unique odor to them, and
I hadn't
sometimes
thought about that.
I'll pick that up, and I get a little whiff of that.
Yes.
On this, it reminds me of that being a kid and sharpening my pencil, which sounds weird to say when you're talking about a bourbon. But I love that aroma. I love that on the nose.
Nostalgia.
I would have
you know?
never pulled that out if you hadn't said it, but I do know. I smell it.
Okay, now I'm influencing people, but I'm a bourbon influencer. Woo!
Look at you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I really like this. But we also, you were mentioning earlier, April, that you may have poured up a few things. So we talked about the fact you guys started doing moonshine and vodka, and you did bring quite a selection of stuff. So
I did. I mean, I come prepared. So
Yes.
what I have poured up, I have our peanut butter jelly shots, and that is with our peanut butter whiskey, and that is our Groovy Voodoo. It is 70 proof, and that is with our Slate Fork Blackberry Moonshine.
yeah.
And
Now,
you have peanut
that-
butter jelly shots.
That also kept me coming back to the
That is our best seller of our moonshine. That is our Dingleberry Moonshine.
dingleberry, man.
Yes.
I mean, when I heard that at BourbonCon, I'm just like, dingleberries.
Now,
Oh,
y'all, that's going to
man.
taste like a melted icy right there.
Okay, all
Yes.
right. I don't even think I even tried that one, but the peanut butter jellies, I was like, oh my gosh,
What,
man,
you
that's
kept
just
coming back, you're like, can I have another little
just
peanut butter
another
jelly?
peanut butter. But it does. I mean, it smells just like a peanut butter and jelly. And I'm not
Yes,
going to get off
it
and
does.
talk about moonshine, but you know, we're talking bourbon.
No, you're fine.
It's like
no, you're
talking
good.
bourbon to me. Yeah.
So the good thing about our portfolio that we have at our distillery, we love it when people come. They have options,
Yeah.
and so moonshines, vodka. Our vodka makes a delicious drink. It's we do 3 things to our vodka after it's distilled. And I won't go into all of it right here,
Ooh,
but
nice catch. Nice save.
thank you. But it makes it really clean. Helps with headaches. A lot of stuff that you don't want in your vodkas.
Sure.
And then our moonshine, like I said, is super sweet. And our peanut butter
I am.
and our cinnamon, we done our own lab. We formulated those with ourselves. Used our own whiskey. So it was really cool. Like I said, when I tell you my partners are hands-on, like they are really hands-on. When we do a new project, everybody jumps in and helps. Sometimes we overhelp. And then I'm like, can I have one more of those? Because I need to see. I make sure I got that. Right.
Yeah.
But our cinnamon whiskey we done it ourselves, and it's April I call her Miss Cinnamon. We've got bartenders that make really good drinks with our products. They come up with something new all the time. They'll come in with something new.
Yeah.
Becky will say, hey, have you thought about this? I'm like, no. And she goes, let's try it. I'm like, what are you going to say? No. It's like, yes, we'll try that. Let's do it.
And then like 9 o'clock in the morning, we're
pour a
coming
drink.
out with different shots and drinks. It's like, all right,
Yes.
for the company.
I mean, I'll take one
Yeah.
for the team, for the
Right.
betterment of the company.
And
Exactly.
it's really hard on the employees because we'll say, hey, everybody needs to come up front. And at first, they used to all think they were in trouble.
Yeah.
And now they're all like, what are we drinking?
Yeah.
You know, it's-
What's on tap? Yeah, let's have that.
But I think if you're going to sell it, you should enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Well, whenever I create a drink, my thought is, if I order this, would I order it again?
yeah.
Or would I hate that I ordered it and throw it away? You know?
That makes sense.
So,
Well, I'll ask you this because obviously, I mean, I know you're just getting into bourbon, but you mentioned earlier that you're more into the sweet stuff. So do you have an easier time when you're out and about doing your work, when you're talking about the moonshine and the cinnamon whiskey versus the bourbon? I mean, does that
for
just
sure.
feels more comfortable to
it
you?
is,
Yeah.
yes. And I
Yeah.
am learning more about the bourbon industry, and I love it. And like I said, you know, I really enjoy our rye,
Sure.
but I'm a sweet girl.
Yeah. Even if I say so myself, I'm
yeah,
a sweet girl.
it's like, I'm sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely. Junior, something I wanted to ask you earlier, we talked about with the wheated and the rye bourbon. When you're blending these, I mean, do you have batch sizes, barrel sizes? Does that fluctuate, or do you kind of have a predetermined amount how you're doing that?
No, it does fluctuate. So we'll stick barrels at a time, and like I said, we'll taste until we like the taste of them.
Okay.
And then once we get to tasting, so I say we're hands on. So we made a barrel dump station.
Okay.
Basically, we took an old milk. I call it a trough, I guess. It was on wheels, and maybe we put it on wheels. I don't know. Then we created 4 wheels on top, both sides, that we can put a barrel in and dump it, and it catches the char. And our high sophisticated way of keeping some of the char out of the bottle. And if you could come and spend a week with us at the distillery, you'd be like, "Wow, these guys are crazy."
I mean, it's comical, but it's great.
But it
I mean,
works,
it's,
right?
It's
But,
a
no, it
great
works.
place
Yeah.
to work and to be.
It works, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun while
Sure.
you're doing it. So yes, we try to do a lot of things hands on.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was your question?
I don't remember what my question was, Matt. What
like,
was
do you
my
have batch
question?
sizes?
Oh,
Okay, batch
Like
size.
sets-
Thank you.
set for
Thank
LDs?
you, Matt.
We'll put sometime 5 to 6 barrels at a time. We have dumped a few more than that and put them in a tank and kind of mixed it up. We've tried a lot of different things to see what we think's better. Like I always go back to like we're babies, like we're just trying to learn.
Yeah.
And so we'll, and I'm not going to say that there's not been a couple of times I'm like, well, I think that barrel tastes better than this one, and this barrel tastes better than that one, and then somebody's always like, okay, what do you think it'll be like together? I'm like, well, let's get a shot of all of them, you know,
Yeah,
and then we mix it
yeah.
up, and then they'll try it. And so,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love single barrel stuff. And so we talked earlier about possibility.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do have some plans for other products, obviously, and one of them is going to be a 4-grain,
Okay.
and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite product that we make.
Nice.
I shouldn't say that because I really like our corn liquor too. The bad part is I like all of them. I think that means I got a problem. So I can admit it. So does that mean
You know,
my
it's
first
So
step
that
of
means
getting
that you're
help?
proud
It
of
means-
the product
Yeah.
that you create.
You're a loving parent, and
So-
you love all your children the same.
And
right?
honestly, like our 4-grain is delicious. And so we have what we call the F-up run, and it's a straight corn liquor run. And so I might as well tell this story on Levi. I was over doing something on one side of the distillery. He came over and said, "Sir, we got a problem." I said, "What kind of problem?" He said, "I've weighed in too much corn." And I'm like, "Too much corn? How much too much?" He said, "About 2,000 pounds too much." And I'm like, he said, what do you want me to do? I'm like, "Just don't do anything. Just wait. Let me think." And he of course, he's mad at himself. You know, he stomps off, and he's our hometown hero there in Burkesville, Kentucky. He's the living legend of Burkesville, Kentucky, and we'd like to give him a hard time about it because he's such a good guy. But anyway, so I called my brother-in-law. I'm like, "Hey, you know we've been talking about doing a straight corn liquor run?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, how you feel about trying it today?"
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Hey, I got an idea.
We got it fermenting as we speak.
And he said, "Okay, what happened?" And so I said, "Yeah." I so explained to him what happened. He said, "Hold on a minute, let me do some figuring." So he started calculating. He said, "Yeah, we'll go run in 15,000 pounds. And let's do it." And I'm like, "All right." And that's how it started. And if you like corn liquor, it is absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost 2 years old, and it's kind of funny how different it is in the barrel than not having the wheats and the rye and the barley. It's where it's different, but it's the same kind of all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so we're very fortunate. We live in a very rural community. It's agriculture based.
Right.
And so we get all of our grains that we possibly can.
I was gonna ask you that. Thank
in
you.
the area that we live in.
Okay.
We got one farmer that does most all of our corn, and pretty much all of our corn. And he does Cumberland, Clinton, Wayne, Russell, and Adair County.
Okay.
And so it's all right there close to us. And so all of our grains we get here in Kentucky, which makes us
Nice.
great. We're proud to do that.
Kentucky proud, right?
Kentucky, we are Kentucky proud.
Yeah.
So we try to do everything we can do to help the people around us, and of course help ourselves at the same time.
Yeah.
No,
And that
that's-
is one thing about Southern Kentucky Distillery that I can attest to. We pour so much back into the community,
Yeah.
whether it's, sports teams, fundraisers, anything. I mean, we really pour back into the community because, they have been our biggest supporters.
Yeah.
They have been
If
great.
there's an event going on in the community, we try to go. We try to help out with it. We try to help donate something or go, or in both sometimes. Cumberland County is a really small community
Yeah.
that people seem to really want to help each other.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in all the communities. A lot of times people are jealous, and people don't, they want you to do good as long as you don't do better than them.
Right.
Then at that point, it's like, okay, we need to start, well, that's not right. And it's not that we want to do better than anybody else. The Lord's blessed us, so we just try to pass that blessing on.
Sure.
It's just simple.
Which is great. I'm curious because you're from a rural community, dry county.
Dry County.
Clinton's Drive, where we live.
Clinton's Drive.
Where you live,
we
right?
live.
But Cumberland's
Yes.
not.
Right.
So, did you face any pushback? Did you have? You don't have to talk about it, but my guess is coming from Eastern Kentucky, growing up Southern Baptist, I'm guessing that there were probably a lot of people out there that were not too thrilled about a distillery opening, but that's just maybe.
I'll answer it as best I can.
Okay, this is the political answer, right? This
We still get pushback. There's still
Yeah.
people who won't come around to the whole thing of
Sure.
understanding that life moves on. It's,
Right.
Alcohol in that area has been the devil for a long time.
I get it. Yeah.
And so that means that we're terrible people in
Yeah.
some people's eyes. I still try to teach those people the same. You'd be surprised I even pray for some of those people.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'm afraid I'm going to say something I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds sad, and they're not bad people.
Right.
Trust me, they're not bad people. They're good people. It's just they don't see the same things we do, and so I'll call it judgmental because that's what it is.
Sure.
Well,
Absolutely.
I grew up, we did not have alcohol in the house.
Sure. I didn't either.
No, but my daddy, he knows what I do.
Yeah.
He supports what I do.
Good.
And if anybody says anything to him, they're like, well, she's working.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about her having a job
Yeah.
and her,
Well,
everything
I mean,
good that
you're
she
in
does?
school, and you're obviously, you love what you do,
Yes.
and you're very good at what you're doing. So, who wouldn't be proud of that, right?
Right.
So, my parents are the same way. They're Southern Baptist, right? So
Right.
they know I do the podcast. They don't listen to the podcast. They don't support the premise behind the podcast. They do not drink, but they're proud of me for doing what I enjoy
Right,
and being
exactly.
successful at it, right?
Yes.
So I get it. But yeah, it is unfortunate.
The good
But
news is we have a lot of people who do support us.
yeah, right.
So, yes, you're going to have some people, and it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be that way, right? Like
Right,
it's going to be
absolutely.
where somebody doesn't like what you do, and so they're not going to support you. We have a lot of really good friends and family members in our communities that do support us.
Yeah.
And they show up and we do stuff. They come to the car show. They come to events when we have music. It's just, and when we see them in public, they'll speak. Some of the people who work for me now probably never had a drink in public until they started working for us.
Wow.
And so if I would go down to the pizza place and order a beer or a drink or whatever I wanted to have, they started doing that.
Yeah.
And they're like, I feel like I can just be myself now. I was like, you work for the devil. You can do what you want to do now. It's okay, I promise. But it's just a stereotype that people judge.
Sure.
And we don't, and nobody likes that. Nobody likes to be made fun of or talked to or talked about. But we try not to change who we are. We try to keep doing the right thing, do what we can to help our community be better. And like I said, there's a lot of good people in Cumberland County that have welcomed us.
Yeah.
I coached against Cumberland County. I was we're in the same district, so I was the rival.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Basketball team.
Okay.
And when I first went down there, the very first meeting I went to, after I met the county judge and told him what we were going to do, he asked me to go to IDA meeting. And so I did. There were 17 people in that meeting. There was 10 people I'm pretty sure probably didn't care anything about me because of sports. Six people I didn't know, and one preacher. And I looked around the room, I said, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. But by the time the meeting was over and we all got everything we wanted to say out on the table, even the pastor said, I grew up in a community that had a distillery. And if you're telling me you'll help this community, then I can't be for you, but I won't work against you.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It's been great.
Right?
And the whole community, even those people in that meeting that, like I said, I started my talk out like saying, hey, we live 10 miles from each other. We don't have to hate each other forever.
Yeah.
And so sports are just a thing everybody gets all riled up, but we're all the same people. They're good people.
Yeah.
They're really good people. They've been great to us. So
Well, that's
thankful to
good.
be there.
That's good to hear. April, we were talking earlier about the being on the Bourbon Trail and events and things that you guys have going on at the distillery. You wanted to talk about that a little bit. So what do you guys got going on down there?
Yes, we are on the Bourbon Trail. We're also on the Moonshine Trail.
Okay.
And events that
Speaking
we
of
have.
which, what was that? Peach
Oh,
and
yes, that is our peach moonshine and our cinnamon whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's cinnamon.
I know, right? But it tastes more like a red hot.
It does.
It's not
with a little
thick.
hint of peach.
Right. Yes.
I like that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're like, oh, yeah. But events that we have at the distillery, we do car shows, outdoor movies, concerts, food trucks, and something neat that we do when we have our car shows, and we actually have one coming up May 16th. It is our Ride and Shine car show. Is we, of course, have a cover fee, cover charge, and all that gets donated back to local charities.
Nice.
And so this specific car show, it will be donated back to the local VFW and the American Legion.
Good.
So we try to support, of course, veterans and everyone. I mean, we have done several for people in the community, to give back if we find out someone,
Is in need.
is in need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We try to do something like.
That's great. I mean,
Yes.
that you talked about that, giving back to the community, which is important, right?
I think it's important.
And
Absolutely.
something else we also do, we do River Festivus. We, of course, are part of River Festivus. That is in August in Cumberland County. And it's a free concert. Last year, we had Eddie Montgomery. He was the headliner at the concert. We have, last year we had Battle of the Bands, there's food trucks, there's all kinds of events, there's kayaking events that we had spoke about earlier.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a fun time. I mean, everybody really comes together to make it happen and just has fun and enjoys themselves. And of course, we're set up there at our SKD booth.
Nice.
So if you come, you'll probably get to see me.
Does that mean I
slinging
get to
some
sing
liquor.
too? Because I forgot to sing during the break.
We was going to sing My Town.
I was going to sing My Town, but
Yes.
yeah, on it, I forgot that. So let's talk about the palate and the finish on this. I keep wanting to say high rye because I swear at BourbonCon I just kept saying it's the high rye. It's the high rye.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matt, what do you get?
It's big and spicy.
Yeah.
Nice, warm, good palate. Nice oak carries through. This drinks like it has the appropriate age of 7 years. It drinks like a nice, well-matured bourbon. Good cherry notes, like cherry cordial, kind of a cherry pie, almost like a bit of like a praline pecan or like a caramel corn note come across to me on that. There's like a thick butterscotch in there as well. A little bit of leather and tobacco on the finish. Just really good, really bold, really, really spicy. A really, really nice drinking whiskey.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. And this is the one, like I said, it kept me coming back to the table because it was like, this is great. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do want to mention, I do want to invite y'all to River Festivus and the car show that we have coming up, and follow us on Facebook, you know, all the different events that we have going on. It's Southern Kentucky Distillery. Just follow us on there for,
Well, now
you know,
my
events that
birthday
we
is
have.
May 17th.
Gotcha.
So, I mean,
yes. Well,
the
that's
day before,
perfect.
you know, come
Yes.
on,
That's
right?
Pretty good, yeah. We will treat you like royalty if you come hang out.
Oh God!
Yes, I will pour you a
Don't
peanut
tell
butter jelly
him that.
shot. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That his head is swelling as we speak.
I will
Don't
have a
tell
peanut butter
Mark
jelly
that.
shot waiting for you.
Yeah.
And some high rye.
Yes,
The high rye.
that would be great. That's all I need.
So
Absolutely.
we fill up. We try our best. The committee, the River Festival committee, tries their best to fill up Burkesville on those days. We have a Battle of the Band on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Then the winner of the Battle of the Band gets to open for the headliner on Saturday night.
Oh, cool.
And so, like this year, those guys got to open for Montgomery Gentry. Like
Nice.
that's a big deal. I mean, that's
Absolutely
a big deal.
it is.
Place was full. Hotels, campgrounds, the Airbnbs,
The
everything.
restaurants in town, I
Everything
mean.
filled up, so it was great and had a big time. And it's a free concert to the community.
Yeah.
So the committee
which is great.
works to raise money all year to help pay for it. So the community comes together, everybody puts a little money in,
Yeah.
and then we just help pay for it, and then it's just fun. Like it's just a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, let's talk about the future of the
Yeah.
brand. What do you got going on? Anything coming up? Releases? You got this, obviously, the Long Ridge.
Yeah. So our so our Turbys.
Oh, that's right.
The rye,
Yeah,
that you
rye,
got
the
earlier.
rye bourbon.
We hope to have that out by the end of the month. That's our goal, is to have it out by the 1st of March.
Nice.
And then we have, like I said, we had a 4 grain. We got a straight corn liquor. There's a couple other things that we've been talking about that may or may not, single barrel being one.
Okay.
What our problem is that we, until we get established, it's really difficult. We go to the liquor store now, and usually the first question I get asked is, "Did you make it?"
Yeah.
Yes or no. And no offense to people who don't make it. I mean, there's a lot of good bourbons out there that other people make, that people source and do with, and nothing wrong with that. It's totally legal. There's nothing wrong with it. But I just see that with the bourbon industry being as tight as it's been in the last 8 months to a year,
Sure.
people are really making a difference on what they're drinking. And so we was in Cookeville, Tennessee 2 weeks ago, and a guy just looked at me and said, "Do you make it?" And I'm like, "I do." He said, "Do you make that product?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll take it." I'm like, "Thank you, Lord." Okay.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, "I'm not buying anything from my store now that people don't make."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Wow, okay." And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of good stuff out there that people don't make.
Yeah.
And I hate that for those folks. And I'm hoping this whole thing we have going now is going to just kind of set off into the sunset, and everything's going to go back to normal, where people can just have fun again.
Well, and I do think that, I mean, because I see a lot of like the homesteading things, you know, the sourdough and the bread, you know, the bread and the butter, and I think people's want more of what people make.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
makes
not
sense.
something that's manufactured.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference.
Yeah.
And you can taste the quality and,
Yeah.
you know, the work that goes into it.
I think people, I mean, and again, not to take anything away from brands that
Right,
source,
no.
because
Right.
it's out there, it happens, and there's great products. But the dedication, like we talked about earlier, the fact that you decided we're not going to source, we're going to do this ourselves. I mean, it's a bold move, and a lot of people choose not to do that, man. So a lot of respect to you guys for doing that, because it's huge and it's hard.
Thank you.
And
it is hard.
We understand for sure the difficulty in doing that. So it sounds like you guys got some pretty cool things coming up and going on. So
we're excited. And listen,
awesome.
We live between two of the most beautiful lakes in the world. Lake Cumberland, Del Hollow, great places to go. If you're a trout fisherman at all, you like to fish, Cumberland River's great. We welcome anybody to come see us. We always, like I said, if you don't have a good time at our distillery, then we've done something wrong. I want to hear about it.
And like I said, I mean, what's
it's
our
April's fault.
All of our employees.
It's Levi's. It's always Levi's.
It's always Levi's fault. If something's wrong, it's Levi's fault.
Watch
I
our
promise.
Facebook page. Watch our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, because I'm all the time posting on there where I'm going to be doing my next tasting. So come see me.
Yeah.
If I'm close to you, come to the liquor store. Try our product. It's free. You know, you can see what you like, decide what you like, what you don't, and have some fun.
So far, I've liked everything,
We're good.
especially that peanut butter and jelly.
Good.
So I always like to ask our guests this question before we end it out. What has been your favorite part of this journey? April, I'm going to ask you first. So what's been your favorite part of your journey in this industry so far?
So much. Just the community and the family that I have found at the distillery. Getting out, new experiences, meeting new people. Like I said, big rock. I lived under a big rock. I mean, and the rocks get smaller as we go. So I'm very thankful for that and the new experiences, and of course getting to meet new people and do cool stuff like this. This
in
is
a creepy
my first
basement.
In a creepy basement. No, but you know, this is my first podcast, so I'm like, okay, this is cool. So yes.
Well, thank you for joining us for sure.
Thank you for having me.
Junior, what about you? What's been the coolest part? Best part?
I don't know if I could say the coolest part. I think it's all cool.
Yeah.
Like just going from a plan you make at your kitchen table to fast forward 6 or 7 years to where you're sitting on a podcast with two great guys and drinking, and y'all trying all of our stuff, and thank God you like most of it. And so that's the whole part about it is like, I just think there's times that people make plans and they fail. And so I'm just blessed that the Lord allowed us to do that. He surrounded me with really, really good people. Like I can't say enough about how good the people are that we work with every single day. They show up to work, they do what they're supposed to do, and they work hard. They probably work harder when I'm not there than the days I'm there, because I'm usually asking them to try drinks. So it just makes it really a part to be a part of something that in a small community. We're the southernmost point on the Bourbon Trail.
Nice.
And there's some other people that are close to Tennessee like we are, but if you say what south, people say Florida. So we're the closest place to Florida. So that's how we came up with that. But we're on the southern point, and there's no one within an hour and a half of us.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of out there in a black hole by ourselves, and that makes it where it's difficult sometimes.
Sure.
But
right.
The good news is if somebody's going from Mammoth Cave to say you're from New York and you're going from Mammoth Cave to Cumberland Falls, it comes right by. They come right to us.
Yeah.
And it's happened multiple times. Like, we're just looking for a distillery in the way, and it brought us to you. Mm-hmm. And so our online presence has been good. You can order our stuff online.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. So where can people find your products?
Just on our webpage, www.skdistillery.com, and they can order online. There's like 13 or 14 states we can't send to, but most of them we can.
Okay.
And
if we can't send to you, just come see us.
Come see us. We're not too far. A couple hours. It's not bad. It's a good day trip.
No.
Go fishing.
If you like to fish,
Yes.
play golf, Del Hollow State Park's one of the greatest places to play golf in the state. If you like to fish, we got that. If you like barbecue, got some really good restaurants. So there's just a lot of fun there. It's a lot of fun. It's off the beaten path. I can promise you, it's easy to get lost. I think sometimes on trips those are the best things. So if you like to kayak, fish, kneeboard, ride a tube,
come on down.
We can point you in the right direction.
Food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plenty of good places to stay tonight.
May 16th.
All right.
May 16th. Yes. I'll have you a shot waiting.
Well, I appreciate that very much. So social media.
Yes.
Do you handle that, obviously? So you're kind of everywhere?
We are in parts of Kentucky right now.
I mean, your social media. Where
Oh,
are you
yes.
guys?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes. We are Facebook. It's
Okay.
Southern Kentucky Distillery.
Okay.
I think that's the same for Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
We're
I think all of our
everywhere.
products have a page on there. I'll be honest with you, I don't do that. My son and my partner Kevin, they have, and his son Mason, they do a lot of the stuff on
okay.
social media.
Okay.
It's going to tell on myself how old I am. I don't even do Facebook.
There was so many
You're a good
times
man.
on the way
I
here.
know.
I was like, "Oh, did you see?" I was like, "Never mind."
Never mind. Forget that.
I
But
don't.
as far
my wife
as
does it, I just don't.
The letting people know, where I'm going to be doing tastings and everything like that. I try to post that.
It's on a social. Okay. Well, that's good. So people can find you guys on
People
there.
can find me. Yes.
Absolutely.
So we've been super blessed to get in. So we're in Florida, part of South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Wisconsin. I'm leaving somebody out. There's 7. Oh, West Virginia.
Okay.
And so, and Kentucky is just a piece of. Like we're trying. We talked to a couple of distributors about doing the rest of the state of Kentucky. And so for us, that's been. We talk about stuff. It's hard. Building a distillery is the easy part. It's like getting somebody to take your product.
Yeah.
The law says you have to have a distributor to go, but
reach
nobody has to take you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a.
Yeah.
If that was one thing I could change in legislature, that would be it.
Yeah. So, guys, we're at the end of the show here.
Oh,
so,
guys.
and I'm sorry we kept you guys so long, but we had a great conversation.
No, thank you guys
so-
for having us. This is
no,
what we
I
like
can
to
sit here
do.
and talk all night.
We,
yeah.
Meeting good people is part of the experience of bourbon.
Well,
and so you guys are awesome. Thank you so
very
much
much. Yeah.
for
Thank you
having
for
us,
having
and
us.
we had a good time.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Come see us. Southern Kentucky Distillery in Burkesville, Kentucky.
Amen. Yeah, I agree. We love it when people come and see us there. It's if we can't provide you a good experience while you're there, come and see me, and I'll take care of it. I promise.
You know what? I believe that you're a man of your word, and I trust you that they could do that for sure. So, Matt, any final thoughts, man, before we wrap it up tonight?
I just want to thank you both for driving up here. Braving, I don't know what the roads were like, but I can tell you what Mark's front walkway is like.
Oh, I can too. And you
Yeah.
might want to turn the cameras on whenever I walk out there, because it's probably going to be great.
But
Probably
yeah,
true.
thanks for coming up and sitting here with us and getting to chat with all of our listeners on the show here. I, for one, have just been really, really impressed. I didn't know what to expect coming into this, and seeing that you all are making all of these great products that we've had, the pride you put behind it, and everything we've tasted has just been absolutely delightful. I really enjoy it. I'm a firm believer.
Well, thank you for having us. Well, it's for one thing, sure. Like when I watch y'all's podcasts, I watch several of them, and I'll skip around to somebody I want to hear something they have to say, and I'll play it. And it's better in person than it is watching it on TV.
Well, thanks.
So as you lay in the bed and kind of at the night and watch through it, I'm not saying it takes anything away from it. I just think it puts a little more validity of what you guys actually do and how you guys treat people. So thank you.
Well,
Yes.
we are glad to have you guys. Thank you, like Matt said. Thanks for coming up on such short notice.
Oh,
Thanks-
no, we're glad to be
Thanks
here.
for making that happen. I know it's a long drive, so thank you guys for doing that. And again, I had the product, so I knew. And like I said, especially with the Turbys, the 2-year-old, I'm just like, my mind is blown. The High Rye Long Ridge was obviously a favorite. The Moonshine, yeah, that's really good too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
I enjoy
thanks.
that.
It's hard to beat.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate you guys come up here. And what I love, I could tell you've got the passion and the determination and the partnership, and you've got the enthusiasm and the energy and the personality. And between the two of you guys, it's a great, what you're doing is great. So
We could have sent any 2 people from our distillery, and I know it's kind of, people say it's kind of like a cliche to say, but we could have put any 2 people where April and I are sitting right now, and I believe you'd have felt the same thing.
yeah, okay, well that's good.
We're
I'm
lucky.
glad-
We're very blessed. Very blessed.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, thank you guys very much for
Thank you
joining us. So,
Thank you for noticing it too. Like it is hard. It's hard, and so it's.
And speaking of which, we're going to thank our sponsors, of course. We have to thank them for everything they do. We appreciate that. We couldn't bring you this show every week without their support. And thank you to our listeners, like Matt usually says, but
I did
not.
earlier. I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
morning, noon, or night, whenever it is, you get your bourbon life fixed. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that. You can join our Instagram, please, The Bourbon Life. We'd love to have you Follow us there. Also on Facebook, The Bourbon Life. We have the private Facebook group, The Bourbon Lifers. You can jump in there, join the conversation, have a lot of fun doing that. Don't forget about our good friend Mike Big Chief that does the Whiskey Trip podcast that comes out under our umbrella every Tuesday. So check him out on Facebook and Instagram as well, the Whiskey Trip. Be sure to give him a follow and a like. I'm sure Mike would really appreciate that. With that said, I'm going to wrap it up. Send us home with our tagline, which is, may your glasses always be full, and may you keep on living the bourbon life.
Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of the Bourbon Life Podcast. Our mission at the Bourbon Life is simple: to share our passion for all things bourbon with you every week. And we'd really love to hear your thoughts on how we're doing. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at The Bourbon Life. You can also contact us by email at thebourbonlife@gmail.com. And you can always find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you have a moment, we'd love it if you would rate us and give us a review. So until next week, we hope your glass is always full and that you keep on living the bourbon life.